couple things. Everybody's going to be up a little bit on edge and stuff because there's a lot of stuff going on. This is new to just about all of us. I'm going to say a couple things, and I'm really not concerned how you receive them. I just want you to know what we're going to do going forward so that there won't be any confusion. Most of you have been to races before, but you haven't been as a team. When you go somewhere as a team, it's completely different than when you go somewhere as an individual. To just leave the pit area, walking around, a bunch of random stuff like that, it doesn't allow us to be accountable for you. And when we start moving and we start doing things, people are left behind, they don't have information, and that causes problems down the road. That will not happen. Don't fucking ask me, can I go do that? The answer to can I do anything is no. If you guys are here as a team, you need to move as a team. If you're going somewhere, you need to go together. If you're not all together, you're not going. Don't fucking ask. In order for us to do what we need to do, how we need to do it, people here have roles. Ish's role is to run the camera. That's what I want him to do. If we're not shooting, which we shouldn't be not shooting, but if we're not shooting and he can grab a hand or pull a bag or do something like that, then he'll be a part of that. But other than that, I don't want to see him doing shit, because if he's doing something, we don't have another person here that can run a fucking camera. Everybody has a responsibility. Russ is our head guy. I don't want anybody doing anything with the bike for any reason. I don't care what you know. I don't care what you've heard or how you've done it in the past. If it doesn't come from him, don't do anything to any bike here. Don't ask to have anything done by anybody else until you check with him. I don't want all of this running around, because it starts off as just one person, your situation, but we have 4 different riders here who are going to have their whole completely different situations, and before you know it, we're going to have a staff that's already small, spread 100 million places, doing things that he's already doing it, and Gene starts to do it, and Greg starts to do something else. We've got 3 people working on something that one person could have sufficiently handled. Don't do that. Anything mechanically oriented, it goes through him. Whatever he says, that's what we're going to do. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
As it relates to the rest of the time, we went and bought a shit ton of hot dogs, hamburgers, and stuff like that. Gene is excellent behind the grill. He's going to handle everything food related. Don't fucking ask me, can I go get a Snickers bar? Don't ask me, can I go get a hot dog? Don't ask me anything. Gene handles food, so you talk to him. If he has any questions, he'll talk to me, and we'll get things taken care of that way. Focus on what you came here to do, which is to get better, to ride as hard as you can, to ride as smart as you can, and to present the best possible representation of yourself, of your family, and of your team. Don't ask me about food. When the bikes come back, between Cliff and Greg, they're our prep guys. If you have issues, if it's dirt, if it's a rock, if there's something to that effect, you talk to them about it, and they're going to accommodate those things. And if it's something mechanical and not cosmetic, they'll pass it on to Russ, and Russ will handle it. I can sense the energy, and it's not anything bad about anybody, but you guys are excited to be here, and you want to do this and you want to do that, and it makes it really easy for things to spiral out of control, and it's not going to happen. We have guys who have taken from their time, from their resources, from their families to be here. We're not going to be in each other's way, because as long as we're going to be here, which is going to be a week from today, and we've already been on the road since Thursday of last week, it makes it really easy for people to get agitated, annoyed, for signals to get crossed, and for there to be situations when there doesn't need to be a situation. All of that comes from people not communicating. I know it's easy, especially when you've been used to doing everything on your own. We're not going to do that, because it's not necessary. Everybody's here because they sincerely want to help out. They want to do whatever they can for their own individual situation, but also for the group. Let's allow people to do what they do. When it comes to kids in particular, Jeremy, your dad's not here. your mom's not here. So you guys moving for any reason without checking with me is complete bullshit and won't happen. Regardless of anything that, when we get back to North Carolina, your mom's gonna look at me about what's happened to you. If something happens to you, Jeremy, your dad's gonna look at me. I take that deathly serious. So I'm not gonna have you guys wandering around unattended, unannounced, doing your own thing. It's not gonna happen that way. We're gonna have a great time. We're a little bit tired. We're a little bit anxious. There's nothing wrong with any of that. But for us to do this thing and for us to go forward the way we need to go, it has to be handled a particular way. People need to have responsibilities, which we all do, and we need to handle those responsibilities appropriately. Anything about how things will look, if you guys have equipment issues, if you have concerns of this, that, and the other, you can pass those questions on to me. Other than that, does anybody have any questions?
No.
I'll go ahead and tell you, for the most part, breakfast is at the hotel, lunch and dinner is going to be here. So whatever we have here is what we have here. We got, each of the riders has a bottle, a Gatorade bottle. We've got lemonade that you can mix up in those bottles. It tells you on the package how many ounces of fluid the bottle can handle. You can look on the back and it'll tell you how much to mix of the mix to put in there. We've got Gatorade in there as well, and plus they come with packets. So you have water, you have ice, you have Gatorade. Don't fucking ask about going to get a Sprite, ginger ale, Coke, Dr. Pepper. Don't ask me about the shit. When it comes to food, you'll eat what we have, or you'll dig in your pockets and you'll go to the concession stand, which is right over there, and after you've gotten permission to go there, then you get what you want. But we've got a lot of stuff to do here. You guys have got a lot of stuff to do in terms of handling yourself and getting better, improving yourself on the track. My work is off the track. I don't have time to nitpick and handhold responsible young adults about stupid shit. I don't have time for it. These guys don't have time for it because they're your dads, kinda. But when they're here, they have responsibilities not only for you, but they have responsibilities for 3 other guys. And we got off to kind of a slow start in one of our races earlier. Everybody had a dad there, but everybody's dad was working on their individual project, and it was a fucking shit show. We're not going through that. So if you allow people to do what they do, then everybody can be serviced and we can be better for it. Any questions?
What time do you want me to cook lunch and stuff like that, bro?
Again, that's something we have an overall, we have an overall idea of how the day's gonna go. So whenever you think, you'll know how much prep time you need and stuff like that. So whenever you say lunch is served, that's when everybody's gonna eat. So we're not gonna
makes it easier.
We're not gonna get in your way. You don't have to wait for me. That's your thing. You do it. If you need anything supply wise, we need more of this, more of that, just let me know, get it to you, and we'll go from there. Any questions?
No.
Guys, do your job. Everybody in here has a collective job. You have an individual job. Do it. If it does, we're gonna have a great week.
Let's have a great week.
If you don't, we're going to have a problem. I don't like problems. You're too fucking far away from home. We could have had problems at NCMP. We got 2 days worth of driving into this thing. Let's make it worthwhile. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Hey, somebody, hey, go pull that damn generator. You know how to turn the key? Pull it.
It's hot as hell.